Well lads, how's all doing and welcome back to the Boosh channel! I know! I haven't uploaded here properly in like 2 or 3 months. I did upload like last month, but that was before I went to America. I was in America, by the way, I thought I'd let you know. But it's been busy. I have been doing this, I've been doing that, I've been trying to finish college, which I did now. That's kind of the whole point of this video, you know, as you can see with the lovely title of So What Now? This video is going to be kind of going over, like, you know, the fact that I'm now graduated. Also, as of today of this recording, I'm now 21, so I'm a 21-year-old and a graduate, so that's even better. We love to hear that. But I just kind of want to go over, like, what now, really? You know, what am I going to do? What are the plans for the future? What do I have in place? And really, more or less, like, what advice, you know, should I give out for somebody going into college? Specifically, my course. My course, for context, I did digital film and media. And, you know, also, the other question is of, am I going to use it within my job? And I'm going to answer this all here. So, let's kind of, you know, get to the bare minimum. Or not the bare minimum, the bare bones of where I was. Where was I? Well, ladies and gentlemen, dogs, cats, dogs, and I think I said dogs twice there, but grandmothers, all the sorts, grandfathers, whoever the fuck is watching this video, right? Where was I? Well, I was finishing college. That was one of them, right? But I was also in America, which was brilliant, so that was also knocked off another 2 weeks. But I was also in the background, you know, like, there's a reason I didn't even upload anything. I would think I live streamed like a couple times throughout it, but in the background I was trying to get more funding, more money, and all this type of stuff because I'm well, making a business, right? I'm making a business, right? And this is kind of my plans for after college. So I've been trying to make this now since, I would say, end of February, start of March. Kind of in the background is, you know, because I've kind of sat down and I realized, you know, my dream job ever in my life is YouTube. I love YouTube. I love doing all that kind of stuff. Live streaming as well. Love that type of stuff. I do that over on Twitch, over on bosherbosh, and, you know, Twitch. My main channel is over on bosherbosh and YouTube. Probably link in the description. Anyways, right? That's my dream. I want to do YouTube. I want to do Twitch, right? But I've kind of come to the realization that YouTube is not the best for, you know, having a full-on income. I'm not going to be set for life on a YouTube income, and especially not at this stage, like, because I have to make money in the background, you know, somehow, you know, to get all this equipment and stuff, because, you know, I was also sitting down over there and thinking to myself, okay, how can we beef up, how can we make everything that I'm doing look better? Because I looked at everything on all my channels, and I looked at everything, like video editings and like just the fucking general, you know, atmosphere of the videos and all that. And I thought, this is so ass. The editing is ass in this stuff. The fucking production is ass, right? As I said, I only graduated from, like, college. I did digital film media, right? I want to at least somehow adapt this stuff into my YouTube videos and all, right? So I've been trying to do that more or less. But before I try to do that, you know, before I try to start doing any of that, my business is a design and media production, right? More or less, you know, design and media. So it's kind of like, we do a lot of stuff like editing, or video editing, animation, art, graphics illustration, digital marketing, you know, color grading, 3D modeling, all that kind of lovely stuff. We kind of cater towards, like, businesses in real life, you know, like, that's more or less kind of like graphics and, you know, advertisement based. That's a lot of stuff I do as well. You know, I've been doing advertisement for this big company now in Ireland. That's pretty fucking sick. I think I got a brilliant opportunity off the start. I was blessed with that opportunity. You know, and also I'm catering towards more online, you know, it's like video editing, all that kind of stuff. But the problem is, like, I have, like, a lot of stuff on, like, the website. That's what I've been doing as well, where I was, you know, I have a website currently that I'm making, so that's pretty sick. I've never made a website prior to this, so this is the first time I'm making a website, so that's probably why it's also taking a little bit longer. There's also, like, you know, I'm nearly done it as well, the website. Need to add a little bit of this, a little bit of that, you know. I've got people working at the moment on that type of stuff, like graphics and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, so where more or less I was, kind of short and sweet it, was I was trying to prep and make my business and, you know, all that kind of stuff. Now, I probably could make a whole video going over what my business is about and what I'm doing and blah, 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 all that. But that's a lot of boring stuff, and I'll probably be going over, like, the fucking registering the business, especially in, like, my country in Ireland. You know, doing this tax, doing that, doing this, fucking setting up this, paying these people, how many people I have, which is 14, pretty sexy. But, you know, no, flexing or anything, you know, but, you know, for No, it's okay, because they're all friends in real life and all that kind of stuff, so they're not getting paid. Neither am I. But you know, we'll eventually be getting paid, hopefully. So this is only a startup at the moment. But that's kind of what I've been doing since February, because I kind of knew, especially where I am in Ireland, it's a very, very rural part. So there's not really a huge amount of opportunity for the type of course they did, which I kind of knew about. I more or less just kind of wanted to go into it to more or less get the degree, because I kind of had the idea fully set on making a business or doing YouTube. Like YouTube was kind of like the main thing for me. But that's kind of more or less like what I did. But so that and just kind of overall college is kind of what I've been doing. So that's my plans now. My plans is like I'm going to try and like get the setup even more and all that kind of stuff. I'm telling you now, right? These channels that I have, which is going to be Bosh Bosh, Bosh Bosh Cut, Bosh Bosh Live, Bosh Bosh Bosh, Bosh Bosh Boosh, Boshy Babes, Midnight Snacks, and Bosh Bosh Trucks. It's fucking hell, it's a mouthful. All of them channels, right? Every single one is getting more or less a big fat fucking makeover in videos, right? They're all going to be higher production. Everything's going to be better, you know, because I've got people that I've got now. I've got video editors and all that kind of stuff. You know, they're working under my production. We're going to be trying, you know, get everything as high quality as possible, because that was kind of my dream. You see, I wanted, or not my dream. That's kind of one thing I really want to do, and that's kind of a problem I have. I have too much of a high, like, sort of expectation for that a video has to be as of recently. Whenever I was doing the videos like 2 months ago, 3 months ago on my channels, they weren't, the standard just wasn't as high. But now since I've graduated, I kind of wanted to get them as high quality as I possibly can, because I'm kind of sick of having to sit down and just kind of, you know, wait my ass to get all the way up to the top, you know. I kind of want to, you know, make my video. I want to make my videos to the point. I want to make my videos the kind of videos that people look at and they actually feel invested in, where you actually feel like it's not been fucking raw for you. Your time hasn't been raw for you. You feel like you've actually watched something that's like fucking brilliant, right? And I have ways that I listen, I'm telling you now, I have ways that I know how to do that, right? I don't know why I haven't been adapting them, because that's what I've been learning as well as freezing. You know, trying to adapt that type of stuff in the videos. I've got 4 fucking videos in the goddamn background at the moment, which is just so fun. Oh my god. 4 videos to fully edit, each one an hour long, and they're full-on documentary type of videos, right? Desperate. Fucking desperate. Tell you now, overworked to the bones, but it doesn't matter, because I love doing my job. I love making that type of stuff. So, realistically, now, that's just me coming after college. Like, a lot of people as well who came out of my course have no job. Nobody really has a job. Like, I'm in the rural part of the country. Nobody really has anything going, but that's kind of where I stepped in, and I took like a couple people, you know, who didn't have anywhere to go, so they're kind of giving me a hand, set up the business. So I guess we're all kind of working together, which is fun, I guess. So any advice for college? Because I fucking hated it. Well, not really hated it. It was fine. In my opinion, for college, especially, well, the one that I went to, I mean, like the course that I did, if you've already kind of like I think it's good for stuff like I was learning like color grading, and I was learning a lot about cameras, all that kind of stuff, but you don't really delve into the video editing software nearly as much. Now, of course, it's going to be different for all different colleges that do that type of stuff, but for me personally, it was kind of like that, where I just didn't learn about anything to do with software. It was kind of more or less camera work. But like, I've learned more by having my own stuff, like, and learning based off my own time, than I actually have in college. But that, as I said, I'm not trying to influence anybody. That is just my own personal, thought. I think it's more or less just the college. It's like, now, bear in mind, your college could be different. It could be fucking brilliant. All that kind of stuff. In my opinion, I think you definitely should still go to college. Like, it's like, don't fucking listen to me. I think you definitely should still, especially if you get like much better ones, you know, much higher quality ones. But yeah, so that more or less is what my plans are now. I'm gonna work on the production. I'm going to get every single channel I have overhauled as fuck. In my opinion, if you want to see any of the updates, more of the behind the scenes, more of anything to do with it, like, you know, what I'm doing, you know, if you're more interested in seeing exactly what I'm doing, or if you're interested in, you know, maybe perhaps, you know, doing a wee bit of video editing for at least one of the channels, because I am looking for people for that. You know, please do, you know, send the email in there below. Join the Discord in the description as well. You know, all that kind of stuff. Well, I'm going to be active on here, so don't unsubscribe just yet. Unfortunately, calling me crazy passed me out, so fuck that guy, so we're going to try and pass him out. So here's hoping anyways. Thank you very much, and enjoy the rest of your day.